I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Look at this beautiful scenery. These are farms. That's a lake up there. Farms. They harvested maize from here. And I saw massive collection of hay to feed animals during winter. I saw a cow. If you see the breast of the cow, lots of milk already there. And do you know the average European cow has a subsidy of at least $2.5 every day. $2.5 every day.
As at when did you?
As at last year,
Okay.
$2.5 every day. As at the time I did that, I checked that out. The budget for health for the average Nigerian during Buhari's time was $8 per annum. So the average European cow in 4 days gets more subsidy than the budget that is budgeted for the health of a Nigerian. Now, subsidies are not necessarily evil. If you see a portion of the economy that you need to subsidize to have a comparative advantage over your competitors, you can subsidize that. And if you know that a portion of the economy is very relevant for the development of your country and your people, you can subsidize that.
We
So
can
you see,
work.
like food is relatively cheap compared to some places. It is because some of these farmers are subsidized. When I went to Australia, the farmers were driving big cars because they have access to loans, they have subsidies, they have incentives. I think that if we must go back to agriculture, it has to be large farms like this, large mechanized farms that can employ a lot of people, employ a lot of hands to provide food for our people. Driving through this rural environment gives me, there's a kind of dialogue I have with the environment that removes stress from me. I think our rural environment can become places where we will do a reversal of the rural-urban drift and now have urban-rural drift. There's internet here, there's electricity here, there's water here. If we can improve on our rural communities, I think that we'll employ more people to reduce crime rates, it will increase food production, and it will boost our economy.
With things like the internet and a lot of technological changes, do you think even if we set up like a big farm like this in a place like Nigeria, we can still attract young people?
Yes. You see, once it is mechanized, it is less laborious.
Okay.
Once it is mechanized, the physical energy put into it is less. And once there is an incentive, the average young person would like to work once there is an incentive. And if you can process, because one of the major things problem we have in Nigeria is post-harvest wastages. About 30 to 40% of harvest of some things like mangoes, potatoes, tomatoes, they just decay. But if we can turn tomatoes to puree, turn the mangoes to juice, turn oranges to juice. I ate peeled, dried mango in Durban. After the mango season, the thing was peeled and dried, and I ate it in Durban. So once there is incentive, there is value addition, and export is encouraged, young men will go into farming. They will go into farming.
And how do we handle the insecurities? And in most places,
People are willing to farm, just that insecurity.
Yeah, insecurity, and also in most places, the young people, they're the people of the community. They put a lot of obstacles towards development. That before you establish something, you need to settle a lot of people and stuff. How can that be addressed and also handled?
In some of the states like Delta states, there is the law against collecting development levy. And we need strong leadership in the communities, like in Efronto and some of the communities where I have bought real estate. There are laws. You cannot disturb investors, people who want to invest, people who are building, people who are doing any project. You don't disturb them. If you disturb them, the community will deal with you. So when we have strong leadership in the society, in the community, and the laws are enforced, then at the same time, like as I said, if we employ technology, security is very easy in Nigeria. Like in the north, if you fly a drone over the place, you will see wherever people are carrying people to. It's just that we are not serious-minded. You see a governor going to discuss with bandits. You will see a bandit on internet displaying money and trying to do giveaway. And you can easily track that person. If they can attract a Hezbollah leader, if they can track Hezbollah leaders, how many feet underground? These individuals are not difficult to track and eliminate. It's just that we don't have the will. We are not serious-minded.
And with farms like this, which parties would properly manage and own them? The government or individual investors?
Individual investors who can have public-private partnership. The Zimbabwean farmers that came to Kwara State during Saraki's era, they did very well. So we can have public private partnership, because in Nigeria there are laws. Foreigners cannot own land easily.
Okay.
So if we can concede land in partnership with registered companies, with Nigerians as part of the board of directors, instead of having a large expanse of land that we're not using, why don't we bring people who are willing to help us use it? Take Bayelsa State, for example. Bayelsa State is has one of the best soils for the cultivation of rice in West Africa. And we can partner with people from China, Thailand. The modern way the Chinese are even planting rice, they will plant rice and they can introduce fish. The fish will eat weevils and insects that disturb the rice. Sometimes people introduce ducks. So we can have composite farms like that, and we will do well. We'll do a public, private, and I'm very happy that some businessmen in the eastern part of Nigeria are establishing farms. Omega Power Ministry has a farm. Coast Charis has farm. Nnewi Diocese of the Anglican Church has farms. Churches, individuals, multinationals can establish farms.
I thought of a set of questions when you mentioned churches in our prayer camps.
Don't set me up again. Don't set me up again. I have too many enemies. Don't set me up again. Remember, I have a conference coming up on the 8th and on the 9th of November. It is tagged Becoming a Person of Influence. Send a message to +234 8021219262. They'll send you the flyer. Listen, we are doing these videos to educate people. We are doing these videos to inform people. Sometimes we do them to entertain people. No matter how traveled you are, you cannot reach every part of the world. So when I come to a unique place like Romania, you need to know more about Romania. You need to see. You travel with people. I have people who just their YouTube channel is just travel. Is it Komai House, that young man from Ghana, who I think was a medical doctor also.
Yeah, people have just video
travel,
channels to travel.
But some parochial, native, primitive people would think that one is trying to show off because one came to Europe.
Even if you are trying to
I
show
was in this country. I was in this country 2012, 12 years back. Where were you?
What's the bad thing in showing off?
So people who have not done well in life, they always want to off your candle so that their lights can shine.
Let your light so shine.
That men may see. Whether you like me, you don't like me, or not, you sabi.